Hello friends, I welcome you all in ISGS learning session. In present session, we will discuss a very important question of history regarding reorganization of states. This question become important for present IS mains examination because recently you know that the status of Jammu and Kashmir state has been changed and it has been turned into a union territory. So it becomes important question that a question from reorganization of states may come. So reorganization of states in India since independence has been the result of genuine needs rather than political articulation. Examine. So this may come in general studies first paper in 250 words and you will get 15 marks. First of all, we have to lock the keywords: reorganization of states, political articulation, genuine needs, and we need to examine the question tag, that is examine. It means you have to test the validity of this statement, that how far it is true, false, or partially true or partially false. So we will understand and discuss reorganization of states, what are the genuine needs, and political articulation. You can write your answer in this structure: introduction 60-70 words. It means you can write 7-8 lines. So what you will discuss in that: what is reorganization of states and what are the constitutional provisions for reorganization of states. So you can start your answer with this intro. In body part, from 130 to 15 words, it means you can write 15-16 lines in this. So you should write a brief about the instances of reorganization of states since independence, and in next point you should examine the instances, that whether they are the result of genuine needs or political articulation. Political articulation means that it is because of the political reasons then the states were reorganized, or whether it was the need of the people of these states or the circumstances that the states were reorganized. And in concluding portion, you can write 6-7 lines about concluding your argument, that what have you found during the discussion of this examination. And at last, as a way forward, you can suggest a basic criteria or a rational base on which reorganization of states in future should be conducted. So let's start from introductory part. So what is reorganization of states? So it is increase, decrease, or increase the area of some state, decrease the area of some state, or alter the boundaries of some state or its name. So all these, if something is happen like that, then we will call this reorganization of states. So it is nothing but increase or decrease in area of a state or changing its boundaries or its name for creation of states. And remember one thing, that the word states constitutes the creation of union territories in as well. Now you have to discuss the constitutional provisions regarding that. So they are in the part first, article 1 to 4, you can find the articles regarding creation of new states in the Constitution of India, for which a law can be made by the Parliament for creation of that state, but with the permission of President of India. But this will not be treated as a constitutional amendment under Article 368. Now, Article 2 allows for admission or establishment of new states. So this is Article 2, you can mention in your answer, and Article 3 is there, which allows the formation or creation of new states and alteration of areas, boundaries or names. So in this introductory section, you can focus upon these 2 points, and as I have already told you to write down within the word limits. Next is body part. What should be written in the main body? So first of all, we have to cover this, that what are the instances of reorganization of states since independence. So since 1947 to recent past, it is 2020, how many instances of reorganization of states has been there. So we can briefly discuss about S.K. Dhar Commission, which was constituted in 1948, which favored the historical, geographical or economic basis for creation of new states, and it suggested that administrative convenience should be the main criteria for creation of new states. If it facilitates better administration, effective administration, transparent administration, then it should be done. And it has rejected the linguistic base of creation of states. So you can discuss briefly that. You can also discuss JVP committee, which was constituted in 1948. This committee also rejected the linguistic reorganization of states, because initially there was a pressure from the general masses that states should be reconstituted or reorganized on the basis of their language. So in 1953, first linguistic state, Andhra Pradesh, was created, but it was not of political articulation, but a hunger strike was started by Poti Srimalu, and it pressurized the present government for creation of Andhra Pradesh. So you can see that the first linguistic state, that is Andhra Pradesh, came not because of political articulation, but you can say a blackmail by Poti Srimalu through hunger strike. Next, by this incidence, sir, the government decided to create Fazal Ali Commission in 1953 to replace ABCD categories of states. When we made our constitution, so there were 4 categories of states, ABCD categories, and after that, on the basis of Fazal Ali Commission, the government accepted some of the recommendations of Fazal Ali Commission and enacted States Reorganization Act 1956, and it was the first reorganization of the states into 14 states and 16 union territories. Next, in 1960, the Bombay state was bifurcated into Maharashtra and Gujarat after a agitation and violence by the masses or some elements. So it was also not because of the political articulation, but the pressure of agitation and violence. So again Nagaland was created, again agitation and violence by Nagas. So it was the need to create Nagaland in order to provide cultural distinctness of Naga people, and in 1966 we had Punjab Reorganization Act. It was also the basis of lingual reorganization. Meghalaya was created from Assam, that is to pay heed for the Garo, Khasi and Jaintia tribes. So it was created for cultural diversity perspective. Himachal Pradesh in 1907 upgraded to a state. So when a union territory is upgraded to a state, it is a type of extending the democratization. Why? Because a state has elective legislature and it is more democratic in nature rather than being administered by the central government. In 1975, Sikkim state was created. It was an associate state in one of the category of ABCD. So it was given a full-fledged status. So it is for the purpose of integration of Sikkim into with the Union of India. So the unity and integrity of nation was the reason. Again, we can have other examples, that Mizoram, which was created in 1986, again the tribal issues were there. Goa was separated from Daman and Diu and allowed a full-fledged status. It is also a extending democratization to that state. Delhi was created a NCT with legislature. It is again a extending of democratization because Delhi was allowed with legislature. So it was in 1992 and again in 2000, 3 more states were created: Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand and Uttaranchal. So there were mainly 2 issues were involved, that their tribal dominance in Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, and moreover Uttaranchal was advocating a separate state because of its geographical reasons, that they belongs to the hill state, so they must be separated from Uttar Pradesh. So for development issues they were arguing. So it was the result of that. In 2014, which is a recent development, that a state for Telugu speaking people was constituted. It is interesting to know that the demand for Telugu speaking were raised in 1955, but it was not met with, and there was a continuous struggle for this state, and ultimately it was in 2014 that Telangana has been separated from Andhra Pradesh. And in a very recent instance, the Jammu and Kashmir has been created a union territory with legislature, and Ladakh has been separated from the Jammu and Kashmir state, and it is accorded the status of union territory. So basic reason behind that, it facilitates better integration of Jammu and Kashmir with rest of India, which was accorded a special status under Article 370 by virtue of this article. It was given a special status which has now been scrapped. So these are the instances. reorganization of states since independence. Now you have to classify now that what were the real reasons behind that, what were the real needs behind this organization. So you will find that there are historical reasons, because there were princely British administered provinces, princely states, and some of the territories were ruled by the foreigners. So it was the result that when constitution was made, that A, B, C, D category was created, because at that time it was not possible for that government to go for a complete annexation of the states. So these were the integration needs, and the need for centralization resulted into creation of union territories. So whenever the central government felt that local factors can influence or damage the unity and integrity, the need for union territories, creation of union territories were that. So it was the need of centralization. Moreover, in many of the cases we have seen that it was the need for democratization, or you can say the decentralization, that where the new states were created. There is no doubt that one of the reason may be cultural or linguistic reason, and moreover there may be a reason for example in 2014 it was because of language, Telugu language, that Telangana was created. Beside that, there were many states which were created to serve the cultural needs of the states. For example, northeastern states, you can include that, Nagaland, Meghalaya. So these are the states, and it also, you can see under Article 29 and 30, which direct the government to preserve the cultural diversity of India. So these were the reasons that separate states were created for North India, and Nagaland, Meghalaya and all that. Beside, in some of the cases it was the geographical reason. For example, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand, which were given that since their geographical conditions are different, so they must be accorded a status of the separate state. And last but not least, that it was inclusive development, an effort for inclusive development, because it was argued in many big states that the benefits of the development are concentrated in particular region or area of the states, and their area are being neglected by the present government of the state. This argument holds true for creation of Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand and Uttarakhand. So when they got their status of full-fledged stateship in 2000. So you can conclude your argument on these basis. So far we have discussed that it is for political democratization, cultural or linguistic reasons, economic development, or that is inclusive growth, and there are some geographical reasons for that. So you can conclude your argument that it was not purely the political articulation, but they were the result of various needs of the time. So you can conclude this, so your answer, and you can also argue, you can provide a way forward that what should be the objective criteria for rationale of creation of states. So again you can brief out that when there is a threat to national integrity and security, UT can be created, or in democratization and centralization, new states can be created. Inclusive development, if some areas are, so it can be handled otherwise as well. For administrative reasons, bigger states or districts can be converted into the smaller ones. So you can provide this way forward or suggestions. So friends, I wish that we have been able to justify that, and if you write answer as per our format, then you are probably get 50% marks, and which are enough for to make you selected in IAS. So again, it's a brief of the ideal answer structure, and you can also join our IAS Live Foundation course to sharpen your answer writing skills, and you can have a free 7 days demo for the same, and you can also watch our incoming videos by subscribing our channel on uniqueshiksha.com, and please share our video if you like so, and subscribe our channel by pressing the bell icon. Thank you very much.